It's 11:02. Now, Jehovah, as much as, I am his servant, I will do anything he asks me to do. There's two things he wants me to start this out with. One, Jesus is not a liar. Two, when he was talking about the temple, and he said, not one stone will be standing upon another. See, what else did he say? He was talking to Peter. Upon this rock, he was talking to Peter. Upon this rock will I build my church. Yeshua is the cornerstone. So when we start talking about the third temple, Jehovah has one question. Israel is the size of New Jersey. The Temple Mount is even smaller. How is he going to bring in all the world, all the children, to worship him? Let me take you back even further. And it says, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. It didn't say I was in the flesh on the Lord's day. I was in the Spirit. So we'll start. Revelation 4. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, I will show thee the things that must be hereafterwards. And immediately I was in the Spirit. So let's go to Revelation 10. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with the cloud. Let's go to Revelation 11. And there was given me a reed. They're still in heaven. Like unto a rod, and the angel said, saying, Rise and measure the temple of God and the altar and them that worship therein. How is all the Gentiles, especially now, going to get into God's house? He built his church upon the rock of Peter. The rocks will cry out, I'm a rock. He built the temple from the rocks of the body of Christ. Now, all this whole saying about the two witnesses, they'll be laying in the streets. First of all, anybody with any compassion wouldn't let two dead bodies lay in the streets for 3.5 days. Second of all, I've been playing with Matter for a couple of weeks. CNN, let me tell you, the Illuminati is not going to let God's people come on TV. They have control of the TV. So I don't know what you guys are waiting for, but I'll tell you this. In 2 days, it will be 3 years since Barak stood in Yeshua's birth site and scattered the holy people with the overspreading of abominations throughout the world. Maybe you guys ought to ask the Lord instead of relying on your own wisdom to read this Bible. Because I'll tell you right now, the Illuminati is not going to let you know. They've banned Jesus from the world. And they're not going to tell you when they killed the two witnesses.